I think this is sepia colored pencil, and then you'll need a white, okay? And I just have a second one for backup, right? So again, all right, we're going to start off with the figure. And the first thing we're going to concern ourselves with is we're going to try to capture the gesture of the pose, right? We're not going to put in any detail at first, you know, but generally we're setting up the proportions of where the figure is on the page. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm looking at the composition and I'm asking myself, is it more horizontal or is it more vertical? And I'm thinking, yeah, it's more vertical overall. Okay. So I'm going to position, make a mark for the top of her head, and then I'm going to come down, I'm going to make a mark for the bottom of her foot. Okay. I might make a mark over here for the outside of her hip, which is the point that I see furthest back other than the foot. Okay? And then maybe a mark for the knee. Okay? And I'm just guesstimating the length of this versus the height. Okay? So I'm eyeballing it. Okay?
But that's how far you gotta go out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so I've got 4 marks on the page right now. Okay. Now I made this mark for the foot, you know, far over to the right-hand side because that's where her foot is, right? Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm going to. Okay. And so the next thing I want to do is, yeah, I'm going to find maybe the line for the shoulder out to the hip to the knee.
I can't see the hip. Oh.
That's okay.
You're doing the upper body.
No, it's
Other body?
this
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
one. This one.
Oh, we shift.
And I'm actually going to have to move that down a little.
See there, to make a different angle.
Yeah. So I grew her a little bit. Yeah. And then I moved upward. Okay. So you see, all right, you know, I have some semblance of what's happening there.
That's
Yeah.
the linear.
Yeah. And you see I'm trying to find, you know, where these relationships are, you know, between these different points in her body, the top of the head, you know, the knee, the foot, you know, and then the back foot, right? And the hands. Okay?
So at this point, you're not doing anything tone.
No. Mm-mm. No.
No tone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all lineal at this point. Okay? All right. So now I'm going to spend a little time looking at her. And again, you know, you've got to start paying attention to the light. Where is the light coming from? You know, where is the shadow? Now, you can't erase this, okay? So you've got to be very patient with it and not go in there and start, you know, pressing very quickly and, you know, building up a lot of strong darks, you know. But start off, you know, trying to find and refine some of those shapes. So I'm beginning to refine the shape of her foot. And again, I need to keep moving her foot down and growing her. Oh my God.
That happens to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What? What happened? Run off it.
Run off
it off the bottom of the page, yeah,
I run off the page.
yeah.
I can never get everything on. I have to start tiny and then grow.
Now, the thing is, you know, this media, it is permanent. So once you make a mark, you're not gonna get rid of it, but, you
We
know,
do it very lightly.
yeah, if you start off fairly lightly, you know, then you may have a series, you know, of lines, you know, in your drawing. But, you know, as you build up the values, things like that, a lot of that will disappear, so don't really worry about it.
So you define the outside boundaries, the mass
Mhm.
that is there, and now you're gonna go back and get
Now I'm beginning to
the
work,
darker shades.
yeah, some of those, and, you know, beginning to work inside the figure.
When artists or draftsmen
Mm-hmm.
do drawings,
Mm-hmm.
is this the medium of pencil they use? Because or something else that they can actually erase?
They may work in a lot of different media. Charcoal, you know, which is very
Yeah.
flexible. You know, I like these pencils a lot because, again, they don't erase, but then again, when the drawing is finished, they also don't smear, okay? And they are permanent. Okay, so you see I've begun to develop just a little more, you know, of what's happening with the clothing and kind of connected the different pieces in there, right?
So question,
Yes.
you're not varying the line that much now, you're
No.
gonna go back over it
No.
because of this particular pencil.
Yes, I can, but again, this is going to end up being a tonal drawing, not so much a lineal drawing, okay?
Yeah, just let me see it. Turn around so I can see.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Good.
All right. So, yes.
No,
Did you get it?
no,
Did you get to see it?
there you go.
Hold
Okay.
it for a minute until this
Okay.
adjusts.
Mhm.
Okay. So, now, I'm going to take my pencil, what's left of it, you know, and I'm going to start laying in some very light tones, building up some of the values.
You're using the side of the pencil
Mhm.
and not the point.
Right.
And for a horror movie, what is a tone?
What is a tone?
Well, you say you're gonna lay down some tone.
Tones, yeah, different values.
Shade.
Okay, shade.
Okay, shades, tone, yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is, I thought.
I would start with the white.
Why?
I don't know, it's just more.
It just seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting.
You could. You could go either way on this. But I kind of like the idea of actually getting the darks established. And, you know, keep growing our foot there. Trying to get it in the right relationship here.
You good?
Okay. Alright. So what I just did is I just went through. Here you go, Bruce. Okay. So I went through and I laid in the big areas
Right.
of shadow. Right? Okay. Now I haven't developed them, so there's not a full range of value. But I've just, it's like making a note, okay, that you're seeing all of this area darker, okay? And
And some of them will be even darker.
Right, yeah, you're gonna build them up. You know, it's an additive process. You keep adding to it, okay? Is that right?
Yeah, Rebecca and I were talking about the need, and I guess it's our point of view versus yours about
Right.
where it is exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be different unless you're sitting down here. Okay, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I have a pretty good indication, you know, at this point, you know, of where she is, the lengths, distances, things like that. So I'm gonna begin to establish, you know, some of those deeper, darker values, you know, where I see them at this point. Again, using the side of the pencil, not the point. So I've got a pretty good, strong, dark mass with the hair coming
Over the shoulder.
over the shoulders. And the neck. Yeah. Now, we talked about drawing hands, I think it was, what, 2 weeks ago? And I told you to simplify the shape and the planes of the hands. And so what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for the alignment of the fingers at the end and the shape that they make. And then I'm going to find the alignment of the knuckles. So you see, I found this outside shape right here. And then I found these knuckles coming across, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So we have the knuckles and then the points of the fingers, okay? All right.
And then our little finger is sticking out.
Way out, yeah, so it's way up here.
Okay.
So, and again, it's part of that sweep, that line.
You just, yeah, I do it. I'm starting to pick up that it's a curve.
Yeah, yeah, it's almost always a curve. Right? Across the leg. There's a cast shadow here.
And that's because the light coming from this corner light over here. Correct. The cash shadow.
No, Charlie, come over there. Yeah, the light from the window is really coming, making it more of an overall silhouette than anything else.
That's what I was just gonna
We're
say.
looking
To me,
into the
it's a
light.
silhouette, there's no face. Not the contrast between the robe and the skin, I can see, but her, to me, it's like a silhouette head.
To me, the shape.
Just drawing a silhouette, a certain style that you have to learn, totally different from everything else.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Well, over at the library at Emory, there's a marvelous exhibit with some wonderful caricatures, that's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
And a famous black artist. It would be fun to draw those, but I don't know where to begin.
Is that Carlos?
No, it's at the library itself, at the Woodward Library, which is next to the park.
I know when I was an employee, I could get in. Can we get in on the first
Yeah, you can go
floor?
in if you ask to see the exhibit.
Now, where was, what library?
Woodward
It's Emory.
Library at Emory
The
University.
silhouette?
Yeah.
The silhouette is where you don't see
The
any
face.
detail from the edges inward, and it seems
It's
like
just
an
all-
almost flat shape. Yeah, because all the light is behind it. Think of it, you know, kind of like in Thailand and in Southeast Asia, the theater that they have where they use the puppets and they're projected on a screen, and it's just an outline shape. That's a silhouette.
Oh, thank you.
Okay? Beginning to get in some of the values and
And the
shapes.
toes, do you treat almost like the hands and then it's a
Right.
curve
As a
with the
block.
toes and
I just wondered
with
what
the
it
heel?
was. No, I thought it was
Yeah,
a
just-
cat.
just
And I
as a
thought, my
block.
cat's not here.
You know, it's just a shape, you know, and then the big toe is independent.
Can you blend that pencil? Because that's what,
We don't
Yeah,
have to
with
finish.
the white,
It's not so interesting.
you know, you can come back in, you can soften, you know, some of these areas. Well, and the reason that, you know, we're focused kind of on the hands and the feet here is that, look where I'm sitting,
yeah,
okay?
it's what you
And-
get.
Yeah, and really what I'm getting predominantly is I'm getting sort of the shapes and things in the lower part of the torso, you know? And the upper torso is really, you know, just kind of, it's not nearly as prominent or important.
Are you gonna concentrate on one part now?
No, not quite yet.
I think her face looks interesting from where I'm standing. I know how that face looks.
You see what the face looks like.
Her neck, the shadow on the face is very interesting to me.
So just about ran out of pencil here, so I'm gonna cut my
Yeah.
second one. All right, so, you know, I'm pretty happy with where everything is, you know, the general proportions, okay?
Can you bring it a little closer so we can see the feet?
Okay. Everybody see it on that side?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
All right,
it's coming towards us.
yeah. Well, they are. Well, they're coming towards
Yeah.
me.
Charles, that maybe it's from where I'm saying, this foot, her left foot,
Mhm.
this one. Can you
Yes.
hold it?
It's turned,
Yeah, it's turned
I
up.
see now, okay.
it's getting a lot of soul.
It looked like there were almost one foot on top of another when I look at it from here.
Yeah, okay. So now I'm gonna take some white and just very gently, I'm gonna begin to build up some light along the front of her leg, on the top plane of her foot. On the top of the toe, little light on the top plane of those toes. And I don't like that line, so I'm just gonna take it and try to fade it back a little bit. That was my original mark there. And see, it's kind of hard to get rid of. We'll have to keep working with it. Again. Now, you can lay one shade of pencil over another on this. So you can actually almost block out, you know, what's underneath with this white pencil. And so that makes it usually pretty good for cleaning up and correcting it.
There's hope at the end of the tunnel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's not, you know.
It's interesting, the road, because it's shiny, has a lot of quote-unquote white, yet all the
Well, it has a lot of
wrinkles are a lot of dark.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like,
Yes,
you have to get that put in.
yeah, contrast. Lots of contrast in that.
Charles, I see we got two different kinds of pencils, sepia and something called brune fonts.
Now we have sepia, and then we might have another color, but it's,
Well, there's two
like
numbers
cappuccino
off.
or something, yeah. Yeah, I think I'd gotten some that were, cappuccino or something like that.
Is that okay to use cappuccino?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a dark brown pencil. You can use any,
Just the sexy name cappuccino.
it's any,
Plus one.
It's two off from the sepia. But that's probably just either a shade or two off. It's 2 numbers off from the sepia. It's a 946 and a 940.
Okay, it's basically dark brown in English.
So these are colored pencils, not contact.
Right, yeah. They're Prismacolor pencils.
Prismacolor.
No. The first with all the planes at
It's
the
the
head,
white or
that was
Prisma
a
too.
head for artists with planes on it.
Okay,
And you shine light so you can.
so
find
if I
the
may,
light and dark.
I would like to draw, and you guys have a,
Just the last one.
anyway, yeah, I'm just putting in, establishing where the light is on the figure, up the neck. The forehead, bent, and on the outside of the hair.
You can stand up and make control of it.
I think I'm not seeing it here.
Alright, and got a little more light out here on our right side, or left. Okay. So you see?
Big, thick one.
Right. Okay, so we're beginning to find a range of value, right? We've got some strong darks, we've got some, what you would call middle darks, you know, mid-tones. I'd say that's about a middle light, and then with the white, you've got light, right? Okay, so, and remember what I said about having 5 values, right? It takes at least minimum 5 values to begin to turn form on an object, right? Okay. And so if I want to make that leg begin to be round, I have to find that range of 5 values on there. Okay?
So every part that you have drawn has to have 5 values.
If I want to turn form on it.
You want to be right.
Get 3D shape
Right.
of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now, what I said was that we were going to concentrate on a particular area. So I'm not really necessarily going to worry about turning form on the legs if I'm going to focus on the face, right? Okay. You know, I'm going to pick one of those areas and I'll try to build up a full range of at least 5 values, maybe more, to begin to get, you know.
Does white count as a value?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, I mean within, okay, yeah.
Well, that would be light, right?
And the gray color.
And the paper counts, the color
Right.
of the paper,
Yep, it does.
and then the dark over that, and then how dark you want it.
It keeps whistling.
Somebody's
It's a phone.
It's
Bomb.
Charles, can you put the
Text
line
message.
Yes.
Is this not the cat?
Now, you know, there's kind of a point there
Is
where
it your text message? You can see it.
if it gets too dark, the white won't cover it up. So you have to be careful. Now I might begin to separate the fingers or indicate that they're separated.
But first you made a knit.
Right. I made a shape. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Just pull it.
Coming back to the light. Trying to build up the light on that wrist. Okay. Is that somebody's alarm? Somebody,
It's getting turned.
yeah, time to take somebody's medicine.
Missed the point for you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna darken that line there. leave that the color of the paper. And there seems to be a little light. On the top of the edge of the fingers. But not on the thumb. Alright, beginning to look somewhat like a hand. Alright. Okay. It's not lunchtime yet.
We have 40 minutes.
This is interesting.
Oh, sharpening.
So I'm beginning to build up the values on the neck. And again, see, I'm beginning to get a range of value in there. And it's beginning to look a little more solid and round.
So you've got 5 right there.
Not quite yet.
No?
Okay, now, I'll move my hand out of the way. Alright,
This is.
alright, Jenna, can you keep your eyes open for a little while? Kind of finding the point of the nose, the top of the mouth, the bottom of the mouth, to the distance of the chin. Okay. I'm going to find where the bridge of the nose is. The bottom plane of the nose, which is in shadow. Shape of his eye sockets. To the brow line.
I see nothing on my face. Why do that? Unfortunately, Claire's coming from the side.
Do this. The cross. The place of all comes in. As it builds up, it's not behind it.
So I'm beginning to get a little more shape and form, in the skull, finding the planes, dividing what's on the front plane versus side planes. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Can you make a little sense there?
It does. And now, my question is, an artist, if you sit for an artist, and you want to do a drawing, would you use a white paper and then highlight what would be shadow? Because that looks like she, and I'm not making a critical thing, but it looks like she's wearing a mask.
He's not done yet.
What about that?
Oh, okay, I thought you were.
Beginning to develop, the face, right? Beginning to find some of the lights and darks.
Okay, let's get this way.
But first he mapped it out.
Yeah, but you gotta find out where they are and about the size and proportion before you can really begin to develop. Light and dark, but before that, you don't really know where they belong, do you? Okay, yeah, eyes open. All right, so I'm gonna start working over here on her left eye, or the one to the right. So I'm gonna find the top line of the eyelid, and then I've got the bottom pretty much already established. looking at the values and where the pupil is, it's slightly to the inside. Now, again, this is a very small face, so it's not a portrait, but you can still get a likeness of who you're drawing if you get those proportions and those value relationships correct. Because that's the part. That you're looking for as far as a little darker at the corner of the mouth.
The corner of the mouth is always dark,
Well, it is,
but mostly, yeah.
yeah. Find the bottom of the lip. And there's a little bit of a change in value to the darker. Now, at the corners of her mouth, she has these little expression lines, but they're pretty subtle, and a lot of people they're very pronounced. On her, not so much. And she's going back to sleep on us again. You want me to do you with your eyes closed or your eyes open?
Open. Sorry, you're just working on my mouth.
Okay, so I'm going to line up the top of the eye. I'm going to find the outside of it and the inside. And to establish what the bottom is, you need to open that up a little bit more.
How did you time yourself? What time you started?
No, she didn't. I'm just
Okay, I was just curious.
random.
25 too.
Yeah. She's ready for a break, I can tell you that much. Right?
Is that getting too warm,
They
Jim?
all are. No, that's perfect.
See, I've got the hairline too low. Yeah, just move it up.
You got a lot of.
So how are you moving it up?
Is it another line?
Another line?
Yeah, I'll put it up.
And then we'll lighten it up,
Yeah, I'll let you.
yeah.
That's getting better.
Yeah, that makes it more.
I like to hold that top corner of the board for whatever reason. And I know that doesn't make it easy to see.
It's almost like we need a camera over you, so we can project it on the screen.
You need a
See
projector.
exactly what you.
You like to hold the
You
top
really
of
need a projector.
the board. It's in the middle.
Well,
I think
It
you
was.
have it.
you
Oh,
know,
because I do
That's
that
right.
also. I got the top of the board and didn't draw.
well, that's what Russell's here for.
Right. You'll be able to see it later.
A reason it lasts.
Thank you.
Okay, so now I
Is
need
it
to
no
do
sound?
a little corrective,
Surgery?
Oh my goodness.
you know,
Oh, you
make
could
her
solve
forehead
those
not
then.
quite so
You could sell
hairy.
those to us. And we
So-
would have a video.
Yeah. Yeah. A slight
Okay.
improvement.
That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. That would be great to have. Can you stop a minute and show us something?
We may be able to do that too.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So, I basically just focus, in here, on developing, the drawing. And I have enough here, that you can tell that it's hands, feet, arms, and things like that.
You're just letting them drift off.
Looks good. Of
Intimidated.
course, I could do better, but it does a nice job.
Good, Ron.
We appreciate
Does a
it.
nice job.
You're gonna have your chance, so.
I know. Okay.
I don't think any of this first one.
So you're darkening the white too, making
Well,
it
yeah.
whiter.
Right. Yeah, just strengthening some of those earlier statements. Now, someone asked me earlier, and I think it was Naomi, but with this white pencil, if you overstate a value, right, you can, in fact, come back in and, blend the two together. It softens some of those values down again. So, all is not lost, okay? So don't.
Would you consider her hair as part of her face too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do.
The piece on her shoulder would.
Yeah, that's part of it.
So you can go over the white, you can go over the pencil, the dark with the white, and then you can go back and
Yeah,
darken
you can
it again?
keep- Yeah, you can keep.
Oh,
working
so
that.
that's great.
Yeah.
Now, is the white pencil also not smudge proof, is smudge proof?
Yeah, it's not gonna go anywhere.
It's not gonna wax.
But I
Right,
think the
yeah, all
charcoal
of
is,
these are,
I like the charcoal, because it really strains them. But he doesn't like it, he says it smudges.
well, in a sketchbook, if you kept a sketchbook for any length of time, you would find that, okay, your drawings that you did 6 months ago are gone, or just go,
Oh.
because within the sketchbook, the paper is transferred, all of the charcoal off onto the other page.
Unless you spray it.
Yeah. Well, and even spraying it
Yeah.
doesn't really permanently affix it, so. Anytime that, there's friction, between the paper. And you can really get this pencil very dark. Okay? All right, well, I'm losing my audience.
Are you gonna do the white over that very dark part now?
No,
No, you're not?
no, it is very dark, so.
That's wonderful, Charles.
Yeah, but I'll look at it closer.
It really is.
All right. Jenna, would you like to be free?
I wanna see
Crease
it
in
closer.
a rump.
Yeah.
We need to see it closer.
Okay. So here, you can pass that around. Okay.
Oh.
So that's what I expect you
Oh, my
guys to be doing
goodness.
when we come back, okay?
Oh.